Is this thing on? Hello? Hey, so last night, I said I was gonna go to bed at around 2 something, 2:40 something. Instead, what I did, is I stayed up until like 5 in the morning fiddling with mods and I couldn't figure something out. So I want to finish that before I have to go into work today. I would like to figure this out because let's go ahead and boot up the freaking game. Let's go ahead and get this in. So I have this problem, and I was troubleshooting this in their little Discord server last night, where my cards that have this overlay, it's clearly like too big. Like it's outside the window and is also like too big for the Pikachu. Like you can clearly see that there's supposed to be a bigger Pikachu inside the smaller Pikachu. Um, so they said I applied the wrong settings of Bepin EX for texture replacer. I tried fiddling with it all night. I could not figure out which setting I was supposed to use. I replied to them, looks like your setting is to show card with frame border or something like that instead of show full card image in the normal section. So we're going to look at that and we're going to see if I can't fix that really quickly. And if we can, then I'm going to fiddle with some other settings instead because I'm probably not going to be playing games right now. I'm probably just going to be fiddling with stuff. I'll also eat a Hot Pocket. Well, 2 Hot Pockets, but who's counting? And you know what? Outside of some mild congestion, I think I'm pretty much over being sick. So let's see. Show full image with frame. So disable that. And then go to main menu. Because then I had to reload my save. If this fixes it immediately, I'm actually going to be a little upset. Because if this was the only setting that I did not try. Good morning, Jane. Good morning, Neat. It worked. It works fine. Okay. Well, that fixed that. I see. I see. Well, now we have cooler cards. Now our cards can do this. I got back from AL last night. AL. I know my states. Alabama. Whoa, I was in Bama. Like, I wanted to say earlier this year. No, I went to Florida earlier this year. I went to Bama like 6 years ago. Oh man. Well, that was kind of the only thing I needed. Um, well, cool. They helped me out. They super fixed my problem. I kind of want to go through and replace some of these textures and skins to make them more unique to a our trading card game, our trading card shop. But that's for off stream, maybe. I don't know. I might do it this stream if I figure some stuff out. Oh, I don't really need to saves because that's mod settings. Cool. Well, I figured that out. I didn't need to stream at all. Well, now we're here. Now we're live. Now we're here. So let's figure out some other stuff while we're here. Um, Let me look. That's I'm gonna drag this back over here. Hey, chat. Look, it's you. So while I was doing this, I was looking at creating folders for my scenes to make it run better. So if I take Jane, pegging, Jane, pegging, the follower goal. What is this? Audio capture, video capture device, UVC camera. Is this my camera? Why is my camera that far above me? Like, it really doesn't need to be that high up. It could realistically be like all the way down here. Yeah, what? That's strange. Video capture device. It's if HD capture. Because this is the display capture. That's that. This is. I was in Huntsville and got some really cool Pokemon cards while I was there. Oh, you know what? Nah, I'll do it on Wednesday. I still have some Pokemon cards that I still need to open up. I was gonna go and get some more yesterday from my store, but we are already out of those tins, and I'm not surprised. So, yeah, that lasted a week. I should have gotten more. Um, so I'm thinking getting Jane, pegging, the follower goal, the alert box. Oh my god. Okay. So I just got to get everything. So donation box, donate here, Mario Luigi Fun, the chat box. Okay. So everything from here to here, I'm gonna group into a folder, and this is gonna be the overlay. Overlay. So now, well, motherfucker, I didn't even get the overlay, by the way. The overlay's down here, and also it fucking grouped everything that I didn't want to see. So how do I? Oh, there it is. Okay, I'm stupid. Get rid of pegging. Get rid of this. We don't need that. I got the secret illustration of Cynthia where she's on the archaeological dig with Gastrodon. That rules. Um, I have like a Latios EX, something like that. We found two GX cards in the Pokemod last night. I was super hyped about that. While I'm here, I might just download those VODs and upload them. We might just make the thumbnail for that. Well, I don't have that much time. I really only have like maybe 40 minutes or so before I gotta go and get ready. So let's see. Stream label, donation. Yeah. So that's my folder that I really don't need anymore. I'm not gonna put the chat box in there. So yeah, because my things were getting really complicated, and I think that's why earlier on, that's why it was like lagging. We were having that issue on some of the unarchived streams, and the new secret illustrate, yeah, secret illustration. Rare Lieutenant Surge from the Mega Set. Look it up. He looks so silly. Lieutenant Surge is such an interesting character to me. I'm surprised they don't bring him back more often. Excuse me. Like, I get the Brock and Misty are right there, but he's probably one of the most iconic gym leaders of Gen 1 to me. Hmm. Yeah, that's really all I needed to do here as well. What the hell? How am I solving everything so fast? I had so many problems before I started this, and they're all just being solved. Chat, what else do I need to do? I feel like I'm forgetting something. Hold on. I don't wanna open up Discord and then accidentally like reveal something. I'm sure it'll be fine. Um well and shit. You know what I might do? I might look up how to redo mm, no, I'm gonna do that on my offhand because I actually want to surprise chat with what I'm gonna do for that. Because I have some funny ideas. So, in that case, since we've got it working, fuck it, let's just play the Pokemon. I'm gonna set an alarm so that I don't let the stream run for too long. I end up running late to work. We'll be there. Sure. Uh, where's my alarm? Set or even set a timer. Set a timer for 30, 20, 25. Yeah, set a timer for 30 minutes. And then I'll add 5 to it. So I shouldn't be going over. Oh, hold on. I gotta move Streamlabs back over. Now I can reach chat again. Man, I got these hot pockets, and now I'm realizing that I really am not in the mood. And now I made two, and I ate one, and I don't know what to do with the second one. I'm probably gonna throw it away, and I feel bad. I hate eating breakfast. I hate it because I'm hungry, but I'm so not in the mood to eat every morning. I did get the weather mod working though. I did get that working. Yay me! Cool. This rules. Shit, I really kind of just want to open packs. But here, we'll go ahead and we'll do a day so we can get some money, so then we can just open a bunch of packs. I'll just try and speed run through this day. I guess there should. Yeet. How fucking old am I? I just said yeet. What the hell? I really just showed my age there with that. What the fuck? This bitch empty. Go home, old man. That's a meme from 2016. It's 10 years old. We got fresher memes these days. We got 6, 7. I find it really funny whenever people on the internet are like, the new memes that these kids have are just so stupid. They don't even make any sense. At least our memes made sense. At least it made sense. Guys, our memes were Uganda Knuckles. We gotta sit this one out. We have got to sit this one out. They will call us out. We went around saying we were from Uganda and started fucking clicking at people. No, absolutely not. We need to sit this one out. I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna say it. Maybe millennials had better humor than us. Because at least their shit actually made sense and was also, not evil sometimes. We had some pretty shitty memes. I just think it's very funny that people act like like our memes were so good. New memes be like, me and my boys going to the hallway at 3 a.m. looking for BT. Guys, we literally are the catalyst for lol so random humor. Like 6-7 is because of us. Like that is the natural evolution of this. I think it's very funny that people try to act like that's not our fault. Speak for yourself, my memes were too much water and fur at walk. Fair. But no, I think if you went back to fucking January 2016 or 2017, not January, if you went back to just 2017, the year, and you were like, oh, that was the best year for memes. It was quite dank. I think that A, you need to fucking grow the hell up, and B, you need to realize that that was fucking awful. If you look back at half of those memes from 2017, you'd be like, oh my god, I was a fucking freak. I unironically think that that would be an interesting kind of case study is to go back and look at because fucking PewDiePie had that fucking series called Meme Review. I think it'd be very funny to look back at some of those and see just how well they've aged because you know they haven't aged well, and just point fun at that. Just hasn't aged well humor. Everyone's favorite. Everyone's favorite humor. Whenever you just call them not woke and laugh at them. It's 2017. We miss you. Hey, what even happened? Yeah, because what the fuck happened in 2017? School shootings? What the fuck even happened? People will post shit and be like, average day in 2016. 2016 sucked! I literally remember ending 2016 and being like, that was the worst year ever. I didn't know years could be that bad. I didn't know entire years could be summed up as shitty. To be fair, Hummer is probably the fastest age and probably the most likely to age poorly. What aged poorly about Hummers being gay? I don't understand. That's just accurate. I've never even looked at a fucking Hummer. I'm gonna be so fucking honest with you. I don't know what a Hummer is. I don't know why everyone just decided that they were gay. I just think it's kind of funny. Hey, buddy. All right. Because I know that a Hummer is to give a blowjob in a car. Humor, humor. I'm very dyslexic. I see. I just went on a whole tangent about fucking Hummers for no good reason. Damn. Eesh. Stock the shelves. Stock the shelves. Stock the shelves. Stock the shelves. Shelf wisdom whispers. Hmm. I want to get more in this store, but I don't have enough money. I need to. You know what? We need to start min maxing money, which means we may need to start abusing these AI because this card table, like, let's be honest here, kind of not doing us any favors. I'm gonna sell it because it's kind of letting people just come in and not do anything and give us like maybe $9 for it. Now maybe they'll come in and they'll actually buy something, will you? Because sometimes people will come in and they'll just sit down at the card shop instead of going in and buying stuff. Because other times people will buy stuff and then go sit down at the card shop and give you a little extra money. Well, that doesn't seem to be happening. So, yeah. And then I'm thinking about getting rid of some of these smaller items, like cards and perhaps. Yeah, maybe going back to the boxes strategy of only having boxes. Because, like, yeah, sure that there were plenty of people being like, oh, where's my card packs? Where's my card packs? it wasn't as many as people who were coming in and just buying boxes. Like that was a pretty lucrative deal if I remember correctly. I love the rain mod. I'm so glad I managed to get that working. I tried modding it last stream. I literally just had it in the wrong spot. I literally just had the folder in the wrong spot. I'm just an idiot. I it's not even that I didn't know. I just didn't check. I didn't check to see where I was supposed to put the folder. I mean, you could try and sell and add one like playmats and plushies that can be very lucrative. Yeah, that's the thing is that I want to unlock playmats and plushies, but I need more money to do so as of right now. Because if I'm gonna unlock plushies, I want to unlock my double-sided shelves. Because my double-sided shelves are really good for storing plushies. You can literally store every single plushie in the game on one shelf. Or on one side of double-sided shelves. Wait, no, how many double-sided shelves was that? It was 4 double-sided shelves in a row, and I would just put all the plushies on one side. Which, I mean, I guess it's not the smartest option, but whatever. Yeah, also the problem with plushies in this one is that order stock figurines is that there's the 3 starters and then immediately goes on to games, and that's just awkward. I don't want to. This is kind of weird. I spent half my money on plushies, playmats, and pins when I was at a card shop. Yeah, yeah. No offense to you whenever I say this, but some people really are just suckers for like what do you call it? What's the word? Like accessories. So people really are like a sucker for stuff like that, and it's cool. I get it. Like I can't say shit. I buy fucking Sentai toys. But like whenever it comes to like Pokemon cards and stuff like that, I try to go for like the main source. Yeah, like look at this. I need more dudes like that. Who hasn't wanted to cuddle a plush of Pokemon Crystal? I know we talk about this tweet a lot because it's one of my more infamous ones. But we don't talk enough about those giant plushes that are at the Nintendo Museum of like the controllers, because who are those for? Who wants a giant plush of the Nintendo 64 controller? Who needs that in their life? Like, obviously, you're gonna catch me humping the shit out of the Wiimote body pillow, but that's the tweet. But I don't know why it exists. For me, that would be me. It would be I who was into that. Like, I think it's funny, and I would probably get one for the bit, but like, if it didn't exist, I wouldn't crave it, you know? Like, say what you will about Lego Game Boy. I feel like whenever I was a kid, I tried to make Lego Game Boy 17 different times. And now that there's real Lego Game Boy, I'm like, oh, Lego Game Boy! And so I bought Lego Game Boy. But I didn't want a plush Wiimote controller. 47. 94. I hate it when they buy card. I hate it. It's so obnoxious. Yeah, so I think after this, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna let my card sleeves, sell for now. I know that they're popular, and I know that they come in, but I think that's literally just because of how many there are. It's because there's 3 shelves of them, and because of what I was talking about last stream about how they'll come in and they'll roll. So I think I am going to go for um bookcase strategy or whatever the fuck it's called. With the bookshelf. Yeah, I think it's the shelf strategy. Yeah, cabinet strategy. That's what it is. In my defense, I had to claim out of Primal Ground on Kyogre and Mega Rayquaza. Dude, that's like what the loading screen for this game is. That rules. I fucking love Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. I know I'm biased because that was my first Pokemon game. That is the only one where I will admit where I am not going to be able to take the nostalgia glasses off. Like I just truly will not ever be able to look at that game objectively because I just love it so much. I'm not even going to bother. It's 8:15. I'll just restock. And I didn't even get a shiny Mega Rayquaza plush. That's Squinks. Oh man, I want to man. I'm gonna have to make some plans for next year. I really am because I, as of right now, really am just craving wanting to do one specific thing next year, and I think I'm just gonna have to find some way of doing it. In fact, I may even have to change the idea a little bit. I may have to tweak it just to make sure it works. Um, because there was an idea that was supposed to happen next year that as of right now, may not. But if I can work some stuff out, if I can tweak a few things, get my work schedule and my project schedule and my stream schedule all figured out, there may be maybe an influx of vocal Ethan, not vocal Ethan, god damn, transition already of Make It Jane content next year. Transition already is a crazy sentence. I'm gonna be honest. I said that out loud, and I just heard like I heard so many different trans women from years past me. Be kinder to yourself. I know their ass got mad at me. Having like ancestors, but trans ancestors, transcestors. Surely this is a joke that's been done before. Surely this is not my joke. 10. Okay. See what we got here. Tangela. I did fix, yeah, so these are, yeah, I also talked about this last stream, where the borders aren't stupid now, where it actually looks like actual Pokemon cards. Because last stream I talked about how it looked like there were a border in a border, so I'm glad. Okay. Yeah, they super fixed my problem. I love this mod. I'm glad that the modding community is also like super kind in this. I was worried about posting in that server just because like I'm realizing more and more like, hey, you're not a straight white guy no more. Like this is like that safety net that you once had, you don't have that anymore. Like I had a lot of safety just being me, and I'm realizing that I don't have that anymore. And so I was about to post in that server, and I kind of had a rush of anxiety, like, hey, this could become a problem. But no, first thing was like, oh hey, don't harass anyone, don't be a dickhead, be inclusive. And then I asked, because some modding communities, if you ask a question, they'll fucking treat you like an idiot, and they'll be like, oh fucking, what'd you do, stupid. But no, they were like, oh, it looks like you just have the wrong setting. Just click this. Super nice dudes. I worry because a lot of the time I'll enter modding communities and I'll look at stuff for. I'm just gonna open these. I'll look at stuff for different different mods, and they'll just be dickheads for like no good reason. Like there's a server I'm in just to keep up with updates for the color corrected version of Dragon Ball. Um, and I kind of regret being in that because it kind of disillusioned me for the whole project because those guys are kind of rude. Those kind of guys are kind of assholes. And like not enough to where like we need a call out post about it, but like I don't know, those guys just didn't seem cool to me, and I was a little disillusioned. I'm gonna buy another big box because I want to open up packs for the rest of the stream. Yeah, because we only have about 15 minutes, and then one of these, three of these, two of these again. Oh man, been rewatching Community. That's been fun. because it's been so long since I've watched Community that I've forgotten most of the jokes. So I can just straight up like rewatch it and not know what happened anymore. I remember all the plot points, but not any of the jokes, which is the best way to do it. Because I could watch someone else watch it and react to them reacting. It's the best. Oh, I'm gonna blow my nose. I'm still congested. Not out of the woodwork yet, but I'm getting much better. Ah ah. Mm. I gotta do this one handed. I have to keep opening cards. Oh man, I was blowing my nose that entire time. That was awful. Okay, so get. Oh no, I still have 8 more of these. My bad. I learned last night that apparently Wizards of the Coast worked on Pokemon in the early days. I did not know that shit. I thought that those guys were like longtime rivals. God, I probably should force myself to eat more of this hot pocket before work, but I just do not want to eat. I'll force myself to drink this Doc Peppy, Diet Pepsi instead. Caffeine and food are kind of the same when you really think about it. They're similar. It's almost like they're the same, really. It's like one's a substitute for the other. Ooh, $10 Electabuzz card. Not bad. Hmm. Did that just say it evolves from the Helix fossil? I forgot that that's how. Yeah, yeah, it does. It evolves from mysterious fossil. Cool. I didn't realize that that was a thing that they had that early on. Okay, so then I'm gonna order 4 of these and 5 of these. And I have probably just yeah. Okay, so no, I still have like two grand to play around with from profit today. Okay, maybe a little less than 2 grand from profit, but still. So yeah, for the rest of this, after we get all of these stocked up, we should just be able to open up packs for the rest of the stream. We may run out of time, unfortunately, because I gotta get ready for work. Um, and I did buy a lot of cards. I probably shouldn't have bought 64 of each. I probably should have just settled for 32. But hey. Worst case scenario is we can just open up the rest of them next time whenever I start stream next time. Oh, there was one. I wish I had known. That cheeses me off. I'm glad they added a crouch to this. I have been playing on an old version for like the longest time, and it did not have a crouch. It was really awkward having to get to like the lower areas and try and like basically just like because those two were like so close together at that angle. Man, this is only one day as well. This isn't even like 2 days worth of stuff like I usually do. Oh, right. Me when I remember I bought extra cards. Mermaid Man says, buy more cards. I want to get a poster of that in the store. Uh, yeah, I think what I'm gonna do in the off time because I know this stream was supposed to be me fiddling with mods. Um, and I'm gonna do a little bit more of that off stream because I didn't wanna have to learn an entirely new thing on this stream. I think what I'm gonna do is I am going to in the off stream get posters set up like custom posters I think that would be fun. And I think that would make the store a little bit more unique. I mean, even like change some textures in here, make it a little nicer. All right, let's get to open up some packs. Let's see what we got. Oddish, Gengar, Poliwag, Potion, Pokédex, Slowpoke, Gloom. I don't think that's how the rap goes. Ooh, not bad. I'm a sucker for the ones that look like that. I cannot lie. For the ones that have the little thing that we just adjusted this stream, that was I'm a sucker for it. I think that's so cool. See, God, I love this mod. I think this mod is so fucking cool, and it's the fact that it's about to get like way better whenever they go through this overhaul is going to be crazy. Because the fact of the matter is, I looked and at like what they're about to add. Dude, they're about to add like, oh my god, like I want to say like close to 12 different packs. Like sets, like pack sets. Like Crazy Town. Like that's insane. Like if we're comparing this mod to the size of just base game, it would be insane. Poliwag. Because comparing this mod to the size of base game, it already has more cards, and now the fact that it's about to add like that many more packs and that many more cards implies that this mod, before the base game is even finished, is going to be like 3 times as big as the game. Is that not insane? It makes me lose my mind. I love modding. And this is for an early access game as well. This game, like, this mod could potentially go as far as letting you play the Pokemon game as you do it. So this could, if this mod continues to be updated alongside the base game. So this mod continues to be updated alongside Pokemon or TCG Card Shop Simulator. The final update for this game, like the 1.0 base game update for this game, is going to have a playable trading card game. Like, the game that you play in this is going to be playable. There is potential that you will be able to use this game to collect Pokemon cards and use them in an actual fight. And if there's things like multiplayer, fucking forget it. That's going to be like the best game ever. I'll never want to play another game with my friends ever again. We run a card shop together and can collect cards and also use them to fight with each other. That sounds fucking awesome, actually. That sounds like the best game ever. Like, that sounds like a game that the Pokemon Company would make back in, like if they could do it now. If they didn't have to ultra monetize everything. Like, I feel like if they wanted to make a new trading card game, you know, like how they made the Game Boy version of Pokemon trading card game? I feel like this would be the game that they would make. And that, I love that so much about it. Sorry, I cannot stop gushing about this mod. I truly have found the thing that makes me happiest in life. How much more time do I have? 7 minutes, 8 minutes. We're not gonna get through. We're not gonna get through all these cards. There's simply not enough time. I simply bought too many. We might get through blues. I'm big smart, big genius. Mm. This is my problem with early game with the early game TCG. is that I want to open up cards as much as possible. Like after a while, I kind of get sick of it. Like in the like in the later days, like by day 80, I'm just kind of like, all right, let's just get this over with because I'm not getting any new cards out of this, right? But in the early days, I'm just like, oh man, what can I get? I love seeing the cards. I had this problem in the early days of my last save file as well, where I wasn't making as much money because I just kept spending it all on cards. Hmm. Trying to think. I'm gonna try and go for as much as possible in the time that I'm doing this. But I'm trying to think of how much I want to change in the meantime. I'll have to look into it. I might also. What about TCG Pocket? My problem with TCG Pocket is that it's too simple. It's just not as engaging as I would like it to be. Like, one pack a day satisfies my nicotine craving, you know? But, like, it's not. Like, I can't use these cards anywhere. This fucking rules, by the way. Crazy good card. Um. Yeah, I just. It's not the same, and it's like a simplified version of the trading card game as well. So it's not as fun in that regard. I don't know. I wasn't a fan of TCG Pocket. I still have it on my phone, but I'm probably about to uninstall it. These are really good cards. These are really good cards. I don't know how I only had how the fuck I hadn't seen any of those. I don't pay any attention. What am I talking about? It's 2 packs a day, and they have some fantastic full arts. Yeah, yeah. Don't get me wrong. I it is very rare for me to look at Pokemon trading card art and be like, that looks ugly. I don't like that. Like, I am such a sucker for all the art they have in the trading cards because I just think it all is so charming and captures Pokemon so well. Like, I'm sure I'm not the first to say this, but I'm such a sucker for these cards, specifically these Gen 1 cards, because I'm such a sucker for watercolor Pokemon art and also like old school 3D renders. And that's just what these are, is watercolor Pokemon and 3D renders. So I'm just looking at like my favorite interpretation of Pokemon over and over and over again. But then you get to like modern Pokemon. I can even like show this now. Or at least after I open up these 8 packs. The 3D renders are too good. Like it's literally just the 3D renders are just like I feel like I'm looking at a model from the game. I don't feel like I'm getting art. I feel like I'm getting a pose, you know? And I don't know if that makes any sense. Because I know that 3D is still art. I'm not like a fool, but that's just how I feel. There's something lost, is what I guess what I'm saying. How much time do we have? Like 3 minutes? I don't know what I thought time would do. I didn't think it would stop. Oh, I was supposed to look at the fucking thing, you idiot. Here, we'll just... Here, hold on, let me show you. Have you been playing ZA? I'm waiting to get a Switch 2. I shrimply refuse to play that game on my Switch 1 because I used to not be a sucker for like graphics and stuff like that. Pokemon made me have a limit on how far I can push that. I loved Pokemon Scarlet or Pokemon Violet. I played Violet. I loved Pokemon Violet, and I had so much fun with that game. The fact that I had to close the game every once in a while because the frame rate would dip so far That was a fucking problem for me. that was an issue. I hated how slow that game was because it just felt like it wasn't optimized for the Switch One. So I simply refused to play that game on anything but a Switch 2 because I feel like it's just not going to be optimized. But also, this is what I was talking about a second ago. Z8 doesn't have that problem. Well, no, because Z8 has a frame rate issue. That's what it has. I've seen gameplay footage of that game on it. All right, I would just prefer to play it on Switch 2. But yeah, look at this. Like, it's just a 3D model, and it just looks almost exactly the same. Like, don't get me wrong, this is pretty art, and I love this background and this art model and this model. But I don't know. I look at that Gyarados, and then I look at freaking. Do I even have a Gyarados? I may not even have a Gyarados. Yeah, and then I look at this Gyarados, and I'm like, well, that's way more charming. Like, you can tell me that objectively the other one looks better, but I'm gonna prefer this. I don't know, maybe that's nostalgia talking, but anyway, we have run out of time. I need to get ready for work. Boys, thank you for joining me once again. Until then, hold on, I gotta fucking close the game. Save, back, quit, and then I'm gonna, fucking, and then I'm gonna, and I wanna, Martin dudes, be seeing ya.